Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with another video for you guys. This was my wife's Christmas present. I mentioned it, I think, in another video when I was talking about ammo that we had gotten for Christmas of 2013, obviously. And anyway, so this was my wife's Christmas present. Me, my father-in-law, and my brother went in on it to get her this. I don't know if you can tell by the case, or maybe you can see right there, but it's a Walther. Here, I'll get right into it. Walther PK380 with a laser. I ordered this from my local gun shop. We actually have maybe, 3 or 4 now local gun shops, and then we have a Gander Mountain as our big box type gun shop. But anyway, one of our local gun shops, they're starting to recognize me in there by name. I'm starting to go in and, they're saying hey, and they recognize me, which is a nice feeling. Good customer service and all that good stuff. But anyway, my first impressions I want to say out of the box, but really in the box, is this box here. This thing here is very cheap, flimsy. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a cheap, flimsy box. It's not a nice box like you would get with a SIG or or even a Glock. I mean, the Glock boxes at least are like hard, hard. This gun, or this case rather, it could not withstand me full pushing in on it. I think you could injure the gun, or I say injure the gun, you know what I mean. Anyway, the case is just it's not a good case, but I mean, it is a lower end gun. You can get these guns brand new for $370, $380, $390, somewhere in there. This one cost a little bit more. It cost $460, and the reason is because I got it with the laser. Here, show you guys a close up here. So it says there, PK380, 380 auto, 3.66 inch barrel laser set. So again, the reason it's made, or the reason it costs more, is because it comes with a laser. Here it says made in Germany, distributed by Walther Arms out of Arkansas there. But my wife, we did a lot of test shooting, and we went to rental ranges and all that good stuff. And this is what I ended up deciding for her. It was between 2 guns. And honestly, I wanted to get her the other gun, which was a SIG P229 and in 9mm. And that's what I was going to get her. But just funds and money, and we just didn't have enough to get her that. So that will be a future down the road gun for her. But anyway, so, obviously in the bag, you get, congratulations, protect your investment. It says don't forget to register. I've never registered a gun before. If you guys have, will you please comment and let me know what that actually is? It says don't forget to register. If anybody out there thinks like me, I'm not going to register my firearms. Sorry, just not going to happen. But if I'm misunderstanding that, please let me know. But I don't like anybody to know, even the manufacturer, to know the serial numbers of whatever gun I have and know exactly where they are. Obviously, you get firearm safety. Depends on you. Let's see. You get your Walthers, owner's manual. All standard stuff. You get a owner's manual for the laser, which is nice. This has actually come in handy a couple times already. You get the paperweight, the infamous paperweight. I actually have a good use for these. You guys check out my video on flying with firearms, and these actually come in pretty good use when it comes to flying with firearms. Not for locking up your gun per se, how they designed this thing to be, but locking your gun case to your suitcase. Anyway, check out that video on my page. It comes with this little tool. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see here. There you go. This is actually the takedown tool. I'll show you how that works in just a second. Okay, so little quick story with this. Oh, here. What else you get in the box? Okay, so here, let me go ahead and get through all this stuff in the box. This thing here is like a flathead screwdriver meant to help adjust your laser. It says, stop, read instruction, yada, yada, yada. I guess it was control, I guess is what that means. And this is somebody who inspected the gun, which they didn't inspect this one really well, and I'll tell you why here in a second. And then something about the laser and maintenance and all that jazz. Okay, so there's also this in here. Like I mentioned, this is the laser model, okay? Comes with a laser. I really like it. Here, let me go ahead and show you guys. There you go. I've sighted it in already and all that good stuff. Or rather, my wife has. This is my wife's gun, by the way. It's not mine. I do like shooting it. It's very comfortable to shoot, but it is hers. So, yeah, there's a laser. All right, I'm going to turn that off now. Turns off. There's a button right here on the side. You see that? Flip it, which is weird because usually you would think to flip it up to turn it on, but this is backwards. So you flip it down, turns it on. There's the laser. You can see it out there. And then you flip it up, and that turns it off. So a little backwards. The safety on here is a little backwards in my opinion too, or counterintuitive. So down is actually safe. To fire, you flip up. Down is safe. Obviously, this is counterintuitive or opposite than a 1911 or an AR platform, because obviously on an AR platform or 1911 you sweep down to go into action so that you can fire the gun, and up is your safe. But here you can clearly see F for fire, so up is in the fire, and then when you come down there's the S for safety. Also, if you watch the hammer, okay, so it's when you're in safe mode, there's a gap right there. You guys can see that gap, so the hammer's not touching. When I go to fire mode, it lets the hammer fall all the way. So anyway, real quick while I'm on this. So I already had to deal with Walther already, right out of the box. We actually have about a little over 100 rounds through this now, but initially this came as the battery cover. First shot out of the box, battery cover flies off. Batteries fall out the bottom everywhere, yada yada. You guys, you know the story. So I put it back on. I do it again. Second shot was fine. Third shot was fine. Fourth shot, everything flies off again. I'm like, are you kidding me? Is this gun broke right out of the box? It wasn't. The laser itself is fine. The gun is fine. For some reason, whoever quality controlled this on the laser side, I don't know if you guys can see here, this is the old one. Can you see how crooked that is? That little tab right there that's supposed to hold it into place. Flip it over, see if you guys can see this side. Crooked. And then from the top, there you go. So you can see, obviously, it's crooked. It had no holding strength whatsoever. Nothing. I mean, I could shake the gun almost and this thing would pop out. So I had to call Walther, tell him my issue. Originally, I thought it was an issue with the laser, because when I did that, I guess because the batteries were popping in and out, I thought the laser had an issue. So I was telling the guy, I was like, well, why don't I mail you the laser? I will pay the shipping. You just give me a new laser. Just give me a whole daggum, because you guys, I don't know if you know this, but these two tabs right here, sort of like a Glock, but on the laser, and this pulls right off. So anyway, and it goes right back on, nice and secure. But anyway, so I said, why don't I send you the laser? I'll mail it. I'll pay for the shipping, whatever. But he was like, no, I'll just send you a new cover. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the only issue, dude. And he's like, well, if it's not, you can call back, yada, yada, the rigmarole. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fine. So he mailed it to me, and it was the issue. That fixed the problem. And let's see if you guys can get a closer look. Right there, that's the new one, remember. That's the new one. Here's the old one. Notice in the old one, there's nothing in the middle there. On the new one, I don't know if you guys can see right there, there's a piece of foam. And it actually helps to push against this lock so that it does not fall, so it does not, lose its tension, so to speak, so it doesn't fall out. I went to the range, fired probably over 50 rounds through this, and not one problem with that. So that's good. The gun itself really has had no malfunctions at all, with the exception of the laser. Granted, we only have a little bit over 100 rounds through it, but no malfunctions at all. Now, with that said, the best thing about this gun is the grip. Hands down, it is the grip. If you have not held one of these, this thing is the most comfortable gun I have ever held, in my opinion. I mean, it just fits the hand. And my wife agreed. It just, these finger grooves, everything just fits the hand so nicely. With that said, my worst thing that I hate about the gun is a little bit of the quality. It's a cheaper gun, obviously, but I mean, right from the factory, I could see blemishes on the on the barrel. I could see the frame itself is in immaculate condition. The slide itself really is in immaculate condition. Most of the quality issues that I had are with the barrel. And I don't know if you guys can see there. You see scratches and all that? Most of that was there when I bought it. Brand new, out of the box. There was dings on it. I don't know if you guys can see here. Right there, you see dings, all that good stuff. So, yeah, so that's just, you know, a little bit of the quality control going on. But it shoots great, nice. It has a double action trigger. So here, double action. If you rack the slide. Oh, here, let me go ahead and get that. This does not have an external slide release. So you rack the slide with the magazine in. You have to take out the magazine in order for the slide to go forward. There's no other way to do it. Sort of a down point too, but not a deal breaker. So here, single action trigger pull, very crisp, just a little bit of take up. You guys see that? And once you hit that, it's like a wall. And then it just breaks. That's it. So really nice trigger, so to speak. We looked at a lot of different 380s, and this was the best 380, hands down, far as comfort, far as shooting. Like I said, we actually got to shoot this. We shot the SIG 380 and some other 380s, but this was hands down the best feeling, best shooting 380 that we tried out, that we actually got to test fire. So with that said, this grip, this frame, if they combined the ergonomics and the comfort of this gun in the hand with the technology, the takedown, and the quality of a Glock, you would have the best gun, the best handgun, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I think Glock is the best handgun. I carry one every day for my personal protection. However, the grips on those can be a little weird for some people, can be a little uncomfortable for some people, and this grip is just phenomenal. This grip is better than a Glock grip. The gun is not better than a Glock gun. The grip is better. So just keep that in mind. But definitely a good gun. Definitely worth it for the 380 market. I like it. My wife likes it. That's what's really important, is that my wife likes it. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. And check out Walther's. Like I said, really good gun. It shoots that 380. I love the 380. Nice, easily manageable round. Now our next step is looking into self-defense ammo for the 380, 380 hollow points and stuff like that. And yeah, just really good, really easy, manageable for my wife. It's fun to shoot, feels good in the hand, and I like it. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them below. And thank you for watching.